Well, welcome back to the Timeline Ranch. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. I'll show you what the plans are for the day. Nothing better than starting the day off like this. So this morning I got up when it was still dark and tried to get this pitcher pump going because it's been a few months since I used it just to see if it held water in the drop into the well. And I had about 2 inches of water, about 50 millimeters in the bottom of this milk jug, and it's, you can see I still have about an inch or 25 millimeters left. And it didn't take too much to get it going. I think I pumped it about 25 times, and it was mainly because that leather gasket dries up when it doesn't have water on it. So yeah, it's working good now. I haven't been inside the well, but I'm sure it's got 10, 11 feet of water in it, judging by where the pond's at. You know, it balances the head pressure on the pond. Water pushes water into the well through that gravel bed, that filtration system I made, natural filtration system. Starting to look a little nicer. So this morning I'd like to get that trailer unloaded, get that sheetrock out of there and the hardy backer. And I'll have to hook the truck back to it, back it over here, unload the sheetrock and hardy backer, and then decide where I want to dump the rest of the beams and the rebar. Let's go over there and take a look. So if you saw that other video, that last trip, you know, it was a little short trip. I just backed it up and dumped it right here. I've got room, I guess, beside it. Probably just back up and dump the rest of it right here. It'll be on top of these rocks, but I don't think it's going to matter. When I get the excavator back out here, I'm going to pick up these big beams and make a little lay down yard out here where it's out of the way for a while. Probably going to make, with these beams, a little bridge on the road over there by the gate where I have a creek that, you know, if it's raining, I won't be able to get through there. And it'll make it easier to get the trailer through that section. Let's go back to the building. So the first day I arrived, if you saw that video, it's a bit of a pain to have to transfer the water to get it here. You know, without that machine, with the machine I can just hook a strap on it and, you know, pull the whole barrel, everything out. It's easy. Yeah, it's a pain to have to pump it, transfer it like that. So this is the stone that brought this trip. This has all been cut to the right thickness, pressure washed, beveled. It's going to look real nice behind that wood burning stove. I believe, if my calculations are right, I'm going to be short 10 pieces or 5 windowsills because I get 2 pieces out of each windowsill. So I've got this, and then in the building from past trips, I've got this stack here. So these still need to be pressure washed, and a few of them are a little too thick. I need to grind some off the backside of them. So once I get that trailer unloaded today, I'm going to get these outside, and then I'll be working on getting the electrical conduit in the wall in here so that I can go ahead and insulate and sheetrock this other section here. You know, the hardy backer is just where that stone's going to go. And then I'll probably once I get the stove set up where it's going to go and figure exactly where the flue is going to go through the second floor here, more than likely I'm going to have to move this floor joist here. I'll have to make a block out there so the load from the floor weight transfers to the other floor joist. And these are both double floor joist here and here because I knew, that was the thought back then when it was framed. It'll go through the floor and then out of the side wall. I don't want to make a roof penetration because that's a potential leak. I know it's always better to go straight up with a flue off a wood burning stove, but I've got plenty of rise to make those two turns. You want a good design system has at least 15 foot of vertical rise to establish a good draft. That's the engine for your wood burning stove. That lift, losing the air pressure in there, is what causes the draft in your stove. So if you don't have enough rise, it's not going to have very much of a draft. So this is the little wood burning stove I have. It's a 5 kilowatt made by Tiny Wood Stove Company. You can see it's not very big, but it does the job for this size building. It's good for 500 square feet, and this building's sitting at around 530. I'm going to use the back exit flue location, which will give me more cooking surface. If you put it straight out the top here, that'll allow you to get it closer back in the corner. Because when you use the rear exit, you have to put a T on it for clean out. So that adds, that extra distance that it's going to have to be off the wall, but I'm okay with that. I'd rather have the cook surface. I need to set that over there and get it established so I know where that's going to go through the floor. Well, let me get the work day started.